how do you deal with that inside of your family office? I know part of your answer might be, well, if you have the goods to add value to something, then it has to be based on that legitimate process of adding value. But how much does that disrupt or make you hesitate when you see an opportunity where you're like, well, since everybody else in every investor club or business club I go to is obsessed with industrial all of a sudden, should I put on the brakes here a little bit or just check myself to make sure I'm not just being swayed by, Wall Street Journal articles,
Completely. No, I completely, I think it's a great question. The answer, I believe, is that it's really easy to sort of follow the crowd. It feels good and it feels safe. And, I've learned the hard way that over time, things that feel really good and safe and popular don't always end very well. Because again, the difference between feeling and crunching the numbers and looking at the data can sometimes lead to different conclusions. And so, having said that, I think the toughest part on going into another asset class, and the only way we've done it is we're really not going in and doing stuff on spec. So for example, the industrial asset class, which we've expanded into in the last couple of years, the only types of deals we're even considering is a sale leaseback where we have an operating partner already who is best in class or has a track record and they're really great at what they do. And we're solving some kind of operational problem, either liquidity, which is very common post-COVID. They own the building and they want to do $2 million of improvements, and we'll lease it to them at a 7 or an 8 cap. But they can reinvest that capital into their operating business at a 20 or 30% return, right? So things like that, they really are a win-win where we're not really taking development or speculative risk. Those are the only kinds of deals we'll execute on new asset classes for the reasons that you alluded to. We're not arrogant enough to think that 20 years in multifamily makes us experts in industrial. We know it doesn't, and pretending like it does, usually leads to some real bad results.
Right. Okay. This content was created by commercialrealestate.com. Access our community, investment databases, training, and live events by visiting www.commercialrealestate.com.